Hi everyone, I'm Dixie, that crazy art chick. If you're new here, welcome and consider subscribing so that you don't miss anything. And if you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your support. Today's entry is in Psalm 118, chapter 118, and verse 1 says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever." So for this page, I'm putting my washi tape down as like a barrier between my paint and my words. And to me, washi tape is like the masking tape of the Bible journaling world. So I have my paint on my plate, and I'm just go for like a mix of different greens and yellows and blues. And I'm just going to do this paintbrush stroke blotchy background. And it turns out pretty. And while I'm doing this, I want to point out that what I'm actually journaling is chapter 118, verse 5 says, "Out of my distress I called on the Lord. The Lord answered me and set me free." And my prayer for this page is, "Dear Lord, in a time when it feels like the walls are closing in on me, thank you for your salvation. Through you, I am able to take my mind to an open space. I pray others hear your words and be freed from pressure. Give us strength. Amen." So now that everything is all painted and dried, I pull my washi tape off, and that gives me that clean line, and I'm able to move on to the next step. This is what my finished background looks like, and then I get to embellish it. So I take this green washi tape, and this is the first time that I've ever done this in my Bible, and I put it on the edge of the page, and I'm going to tape the edge of the Bible with washi tape so that you can see it from the outside. I've been doing simple things like this on every entry in this particular Bible. Usually I just have been using post-it notes, and that is because it still fit in the box. And I have to tell you that I very recently, after a couple more entries, have retired the box to my Bible journal, my journaling Bible. So I feel like that's kind of a big step. But I do the bows and the page markers in my other Bible. But anyway, that was kind of off track. This is what the washi taped edge looks like. And then I'm just going to take some scissors and trim off where it's sticking off the page and just make it everything even and nothing sticky is left. I am super excited to use this washi tape. I found a bunch of them on sale at Michael's. I think they were 33 cents each. So this was one of those. And now I have these stickers. They're border stickers, and I got these at the Dollar Tree. And I don't like the way my washi tape line, I don't know. I just put another tape exactly over it. I just like the way that this looks better. And then I'm going to use this other border sticker, and I just measure it and count and see how many words it is that I want to write. And I'm going to use it as like an underline. And I'm going to do my ruler trick where you just cut them and stick them on the edge of the ruler, and then you can move them around on the page and see where you want to put them before you actually stick them down. I thought this was the greatest idea ever, and I also do it with all of my alpha stickers when I'm putting words onto a page, and it works out really good. So now that I have them all on my ruler, I can take them over here and just put them where I want them to be. And they come off the ruler real easy because I've only stuck the very end of them to the ruler. So now I'm going to move on to my words, and I'm writing, "His steadfast love endures forever." And I'm using a calligraphy pen, but I just do my own handwriting. I decided to write the title of this chapter as the words in my journal just because I read a lot more than one verse when I journal. I always usually read the whole chapter or at least the whole page. And I just thought this whole thing was great. And his steadfast love endures forever. So now I'm going to go back and highlight what I just wrote with this gel marker, and it just makes it show up better. You guys have probably seen this done before. And I've just recently been trying to improve my lettering, and I always like the way that this looks. It's kind of hard to see on camera that it makes a big difference, but to be looking at the page in person, it definitely makes the words pop a lot more. So this is the final outcome of the actual Bible page. But the message that I wanted to convey through this entry, I actually like the translation from a different Bible better. So I go ahead and highlight the verse in here, the chapter, and then I'm going to make a tip in so that I can say the rest of what I want to say with this page. So this is just a regular piece of printer paper that I fold in half, and I'm going to paint with just the leftover paint that I have from doing the original Bible page. What I'm going to write on the inside of this tip in is the prayer that I read before. Dear Lord, in a time when it feels like the walls are closing in on me, thank you for your salvation. Through you, I am able to take my mind to an open space. I pray others hear your word and be freed from pressure. Give us strength. Amen. And then to the left, I wrote the King James translation, which is, I called upon the Lord in distress. The Lord answered me and set me in a large place. And the NIV translation is, when hard pressed, I cried to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. And then the Bible that I am journaling in is an ESV. And it says, out of my distress, I called on the Lord, and the Lord answered me and set me free. So that is what I put on the inside of this tip in, so that all of that information is on this page. And now I'm going to use these stickers. I've been dying to find a way to use these stickers. It's kind of hard to like match something to these, but I feel like this was just the perfect time. This is the entry they were waiting for. So on the outside of my card style tip in that I'm doing, I'm just putting which verse it is that I'm highlighting, and that is Psalm chapter 118, verse 5. I just want to say I came across this verse, right now with everything going on and everybody being on the stay home order. It's easy to go stir crazy, even though I didn't go a lot of places before, but I think just something about the fact that you have to stay home makes you feel like you need to go all of these places. And it was nice just to be able to read this and be like, let me get out of my own head and let the Lord take me to a spacious place and be happy and content that my family is healthy and I'm happy and healthy. And this verse really helped me out of that frame of mind. So that's it. This is our finished product, and now we just need to insert this in and make it so that it doesn't come out. And you can see the inside where I wrote everything that I was telling you about. And then just to add a little bit, just so it doesn't look like printer paper, I use these scissors and just cut out a pattern around it to make it a little more interesting, a little more abstract, I guess you could say. So I do this all the way around, and it doesn't have to be perfectly even. It ends up looking cool no matter what you do. Honestly, that's like a big tip that I have for people, is to don't sit there and procrastinate about one thing looking perfect. Half the time when you start things, it looks weird until you pull it all together, because like what you're trying to do. I hope that made sense. My senseless rambling. So now I'm going to take just regular craft glue and put it all along the edge of my little card. And I just stick it into the Bible and keep everything open. I kind of monitor it for a second just to make sure that glue isn't sticking my Bible pages together, and let it dry for a minute. But that's pretty much, I've tried doing tip-ins a couple of different ways. So far, this is the cleanest and the way that I like the best. And I feel like it will last for a long time. It won't come off. But this is it. This is my This is my Bible journaling page for today. And thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is the kind of thing that you're into. And thank you so much for watching.